I think it's funny because I think the weird thing is, having come from the conservative Catholic background and sort of being kicked out of the conservative Catholic club when Francis became Pope, I had a lot of, and I'm working in the USCCB building, so it's a lot of they're progressive Catholics maybe, but they're committed to the church. They're religious. I don't know how orthodox all of them are or whatever, but when I'd start to explain and defend Pope Francis, or say the types of things that are going on, because they would notice these attacks on Pope Francis, the more liberal ones, and they'd come up to me and they'd ask me what was going on. And I'd be talking to them about the Magisterium and development and continuity and papal primacy and how all of these things, conversations that they never would you never would have had with a conservative pope, and with all the conservatives trying to lay down the law. And it's like, no, this needs to be done in an ecclesial way. I have friends who were who became involved in like the synod, who very strongly want like women deacons, for example, like ordained women deacons. And they started to learn that it's like, wait a minute, the whole church needs to walk together. Like, we can't just, like, let's start having that conversation. I have feelings about what the church probably will decide, but here's the thing. Even on an issue like contraception or an issue like women priest, I am not afraid, if it's done within the context of the church. We are Catholics. We are coming together. We recognize that in the end, the magisterium makes the decision. Let's argue about women priests. Not argue, but let's have a dialogue. Because you know what? Maybe people don't find the church's explanations convincing. So if we have that fruitful conversation and we trust in Christ's promises to the church, we can only grow as a church from that conversation. Our doctrine, so something beautiful can come out of dialoguing and engaging people who disagree with the church's teaching.